Yesterday I'm walking down Columbus Avenue, just minding my own business. And then there's this guy on a bike on the middle of the sidewalk, just hauling, like cooking it down Columbus Avenue on the sidewalk. And I jump out of the way and he almost knocks a coffee out of this dude's hands. I'm like, what is this? I mean, it's not very polite to ride your bike on the sidewalk that quickly. 4 seconds later, these two dudes come running out of a restaurant screaming, "Stop that guy, stop that guy." These guys go running down the middle of 72nd Street chasing after this guy. Literally right outside, right where John Lennon was shot, this guy catches up the guy on the bike and tackles him off of the bike. And it was the most New York thing I've ever seen in my life.
But was it though? Was it though? You witnessed an attempted robbery only being in New York for a few weeks.
Yeah, I love this city. You guys see that 99-cent pizza spot across the street? It is officially my favorite restaurant in New York. I don't know how, by some accounting error or a really unsustainable pricing model. I ordered 3 slices of cheese pizza, a bottle of Coca-Cola. I gave the guy a $5 bill, and he gave me back 5 $1 bills. I'll take it. I am and always will be a fan of free pizza. I mean, there's literally never a situation in life where I will ever turn down free pizza. Okay, maybe if it's like a really, really bad slice of pizza, like Chicago deep dish or something. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Chicago. Calm down. It is misty, it is foggy, it is cloudy. At least it's not raining right now today. But that's about the only positive of the weather. Yesterday was even more foggy and cloudy and rainy. I just jaywalked right in front of a cop. Oops. Yesterday was supposed to be my day off. I was just exploring Brooklyn, wasn't planning on filming anything, but thankfully I had my camera with me. Let's go back to yesterday. Oh my goodness, we are in beautiful Dumbo, Brooklyn. It is raining outside, but I am not complaining. If you guys have never been to Dumbo, it is a neighborhood in Brooklyn. It stands for Down Under the Manhattan Bridge Overpass. Down Under Manhattan Bridge Overpass. New Yorkers have to be the most clever people on earth when naming their neighborhoods. Seriously though, they are absolute geniuses. Nolita stands for North of Little Italy. Soho is south of Houston Street. NoHo is north of Houston Street. Tribeca is triangle below Canal Street. LES is Lower East Side. I mean, New York has the best neighborhood names ever. The plan for today was just relax, get some work done. I was gonna go grab a coffee, take some pictures. Okay, I was gonna go to a coffee house. I was gonna get hot chocolate. I don't drink coffee. And then, so I was at round 2 the other day. One of the guys that works there, awesome dude, he gave me his number and he's like, dude, if you're ever looking for anything, just hit me up. I got you. So I texted him. I was like, hey sir, do you have a pair of UNC 3s? He texted me back right now. He's like, hey, we have a pair of UNC 3s, size 11 for a really good price. Now, am I a size 11? No. Is it close enough? Yes. I could go back over there and take the train, or I could walk right across the bridge. Round 2. 53-minute walk. Okay, it's only a 53-minute walk. That's not that bad. I mean, plus New York is a beautiful city, especially from the bridge. It's only 53 minutes. I take that back. I take that back. I take that back. My legs feel like jello. I mean, they don't even hurt. I just can't feel them anymore. But we made it. We are at round 2. Now, this is where we keep our fingers crossed in the last hour and a half. They have not been sold because that would suck. Hello, sir.
It was cold enough for you out there or what?
The Chicago? Hell yeah, dude.
Oh.
We still have the UNC 3s.
Which one?
The new ones. Those ones. I will take those. Okay, they have them. We are good. I'm soaked. My camera is soaked. Hopefully this one doesn't break too. That would suck. The camera was evidently completely fine, and we are here with the shoes. Shout out to round 2 for keeping me updated on what you guys got and for having good prices. Okay, I say good prices. I'm gonna be straight up honest with you. These were $320. The retail is only $190, except they don't release for another week and a half, so obviously they're going to be more expensive. Overall, I feel like to get them in hand right away to make a video, that price was 100% worth it. All right, let us take a look at these shoes. Ooh. Almost dropped my bag. Right off the bat, I'm noticing different box than most Jordan retros. Most Jordan 3s have this elephant print or cement print on the bottom and then a black box top with a red Jumpman right there. They did a UNC blue, which I'm a huge fan of. It's just like little things like this, like mixing it up just a tiny little bit. This probably cost them an extra ½ cent a box, if that, to do something cool like this, except at least in my mind, it's a tiny little bit of added value and it makes it unique when buying this particular colorway instead of all the other regular Jordan 3 boxes. So Jordan brand, I tip my proverbial hat to you. I don't actually have a hat, but thank you. Okay, now the shoes. Here they are, this is them, they is. They is. The reason everyone is freaking out about these shoes, if you don't know, it's because this is a UNC player exclusive shoe. Well, it almost is. The UNC men's basketball team, and maybe the football team now that they're with Jordan brand, I'm honestly not sure, has traditionally gotten these awesome UNC 3 player samples or player exclusive shoes that had the UNC Tar Heels logo on the tongue and possibly on the back heel as well. I honestly cannot remember. In this exact same color mock-up. So Jordan brand decided to release it, except instead of the UNC branding, they put the stitched on Jumpman right there, which is super cool. It's a two-tone stitched Jumpman, so there's the navy and then there's the UNC blue, which I think is really, really awesome. I don't know, just little things like that. I love it. Another really cool thing that they did is on the inside of the shoe, they stitched on a tag onto the insole that says quality products inspired by the greatest basketball player ever. Little touches make a big difference. Once again, Jordan brand. This colorway is absolutely amazing. It's releasing just in time for spring. March is around the corner. The weather's going to be getting nice. I say that as I'm surrounded by fog and clouds, and it's been raining for the past 2 days straight, but I promise the weather is going to get nice. I mean, look at these though. Do you know another pair of shoes that just screams springtime more than these? This baby blue, this Carolina blue, is just such a perfect spring color. Break these out on Easter weekend, break these out on another April weekend, break these out on any weekend you want. I really don't care, it's your life. Wear them when you want. If you want to wear these in January next year, wear them in January next year. I will say this, and I want to make this very, very clear for anyone that is interested in buying these. This is a general release sneaker with general release leather material. The leather is good. I have absolutely no complaints about the leather, except I've had the UNC 3s in my hand and I've felt them, and the leather quality on the actual player editions is out of this world amazing. Like, it is like they took it straight off a cow's butt when the cow was still alive, slapped it on the shoe. Okay, you know what? I'm not a fan of animal cruelty, so like, don't skin cows when they're alive to put it on shoes. That's bad. The leather quality on these is good, but not as good as the player editions, if that makes any sense. Yeah, those are my thoughts of the UNC Jordan 3. I'm very happy that I was able to get them early. I like them. I think they're cool. I think it's an awesome shoe. I'll probably be getting another pair for retail when they release, just because why not? It is not going to be a hard shoe to get. It's not going to be an easy shoe to get, except if you get on your apps and enter some raffles and show up at the mall a couple hours before the store opens, you should have no problem getting these. They are a big GR sneaker. I mean, knowing my luck, I'm going to show up to 17 different Foot Lockers and they're all going to be sold out. But hopefully none of you guys are as unlucky as I am. I'm not a huge fan of Apple products. I think they're relatively overpriced for what you're getting. I do have an iPhone, except that's the only piece of Apple technology that I have. I had like a second generation iPod Touch in 9th grade, but besides that, that is it. I bought my phone 3 months ago, and these wired headphones that came with it are absolute trash. They don't even work anymore. I put it up to full volume and I can barely hear what's coming out of they're not good. I'm going to the Apple store and I'm going to shell out, like, how much do they cost? 160? 140, 200. Point is, it is way too much money for two little Tic Tacs that you shove in your ear, but I'm going to pay it like a chump. I give you full permission to comment, Tom, you're a chump, down in the comment section below, because I deserve it. Hey, how you doing? I just need to grab a pair of AirPods.
And the wireless charging cases.
Yeah, I'll just get those. 173. Well, I mean, technically it was $159.99, but plus tax.